Judge Junior is the people's judge. He's fair.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
And I apologize for the issue that happened.
He's honest.
He said, she said, she said,
It is a he said, she said situation.
Let's stop right there.
He's also a no-nonsense judge.
I want facts.
All rise.
It's now time to enter the courtroom of Judge Junior, the people's judge. On today's edition of Judge Junior.
Because he's a petulant little college kid who's too busy playing pretend like he's Tommy.
I'm a professional, sir. I've had my business for 4 years.
You're not very professional. You drink up your job.
I would like to...
Order.
And later.
What song was playing at this time?
I don't know, some Michael Jackson song.
Bad.
Bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm bad.
Yeah, I do.
Your Honor, look at the way
Right.
he's acting
Right,
here in court
Mr. Hicks,
today.
Please.
Plaintiff Ben Mason is suing the wedding photographer for costs of $3,500 and emotional distress of $6,500 after defendant claimed to deliver wedding photos in a timely manner. The incident, the plaintiff says, contributed to a quick divorce. Defendant Mark Allen says he had a temporary data glitch, but his firm still delivered the photos within the 3-week window in the contract, and he never talked to or touched Mr. Mason's wife.
It's time for the hot seat.
I'm suing Mark Allen Photography because he showed up at my wedding as a photographer, spent the whole time flirting with my wife, didn't deliver the photos, and contributed to a very hasty divorce.
I don't know what this guy's talking about. I had nothing to do with his failed marriage. That was doomed from the start. It's not my fault his girlfriend kind of likes me, or his ex-wife.
All rise. Please remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Stephen Monero, Jr. presiding. All parties have been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy Brown. You may all be seated. Okay, Mr. Mason, you are suing the defendant, Mr. Allen, for the maximum amount, $10,000 for late photos, and you say that he caused your marriage to dissolve.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me about this.
I did not hire Mr. Allen myself. That was the work of my now ex-wife, Zara. I let her handle all the arrangements for the wedding. She hired his firm for a day rate of $3,500, which you'd expect very good service at that point. But actually, Mr. Allen showed up and proceeded to spend more time ogling my wife than taking pictures, in my opinion, and was openly
in your opinion,
flirting.
so he didn't take enough photos, you're saying?
He took a pretty good amount of photos. I'm more annoyed that he was flirting with my wife.
Were all the photos
entire
of just your wife?
I actually haven't seen them yet because I never got the photos after the ceremony, which is part of the reason I'm very annoyed with Mr. Allen. But more so that he did spend the entire time flirting with my wife and continued to text her after the ceremony.
Now, when you say the entire time, sir, was he up there at the podium when you were at the ceremony? I don't understand how the whole time he could be ogling your wife. First dance, was he right there?
He always had a good line of sight on her and tended to tuck her, or to like go into the corner and have a little conversation, a little private conversation with her. And when you can tell when someone's flirting, Your Honor, there's a way they carry themselves, there's a way they address the other person. I'm not completely ignorant.
But Mr. Mason, are you paranoid?
I am not paranoid.
Because I'm wondering, at the first toast, are you sitting and looking at him the whole time? I don't know how you could be viewing him, noticing your wife throughout the entirety of your wedding. You said he's oogling, you said he's always making eyes at her. He's got to also take photography. And you've also got to be looking at your wife during most of the ceremony, most of the entire presentation. So how is he at the whole time doing his job and also just staring at your wife?
Very simply. He click, 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 look. Click, 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 look. That's the whole thing.
That's how you take photos.
That's not, okay.
Mr. Mason, let's get to the point.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Please.
All right, so he flirts with my wife. He continues to text her in an inappropriate manner after the ceremony.
Text her?
Yeah. I saw it happening.
It's bogus, sir.
How do you know he was texting her?
Because when you walk by someone who's texting and then his name is at the top of the message screen and they're sending back little smiley emoticons and it's like I said, it's pretty obvious. I actually don't like this allegation that I'm making this all up.
I would just like to know why we're here today.
Okay. He flirted with my wife. He gave poor service. When we wanted the photos back after we came back from our honeymoon, we were going to originally go to Belize, but instead did a week in Catalina.
Sir, why are we here?
He did not deliver the photos.
Thank you.
I tried.
Every time I went there, he had another excuse as to why he could not give me the photos.
And how did he contribute to your divorce?
Well,
Good
the
question.
flirting with my wife, encouraging infidelity was a big part of it, and getting my wife really angry by not delivering the photos and then saying it was my fault because of how angry I was when I was dealing with him.
Flirting with your wife is encouraging infidelity. That's a new one for me, Deputy Brown. Encouraging infidelity through flirting. Very interesting.
He was a bit insecure.
Very
to me.
intelligent.
Yeah.
Your
Let's
Honor.
Stop right there. Mr. Allen, were you encouraging infidelity?
Absolutely not. I was a professional. I'm always a professional. I've run my photography service for about 4 years. That's Allen Photography, ALLEN.
Who are you looking at, sir?
I'm just letting the people know. if
I'm
they want
right
to.
here.
Okay.
Tell me.
Okay, so I've never had any complaints in my 4 years of service, not one complaint. I used to have a 5-star review before he ruined my reputation. Complained that I did not deliver photos in time, which is just absolutely insane.
Then
And the
did
fact
you
he's
deliver the
gonna-
photos on time?
I tried texting both of them, which is the text that he's talking about.
Texting doesn't deliver photos. Why didn't you deliver the photos on time?
Because no one responded back to me about where to meet or give them the photos. I
You
tried.
don't email photos?
First, I need to figure. I didn't get an email address. I
You didn't
contacted
get
them
an
a week
email address.
after
That's very professional.
photography. I contacted them a week after the wedding was due. The contract says I have 3 weeks to deliver the photos.
Mm-hmm.
After a week, I sent out texts to both of them, letting them know that the disc was ready and they should come pick up the disc. That's actually how I deliver my photos. It's on a hard copy disc. It's the easiest way. They don't get disrupted over the email transfer. And I never heard back until I did finally hear back from his wife that said, "Don't even worry about it. We're getting divorced. I can't handle his temper anymore."
Now, sir, in the statement it says you showed up in a Hawaiian t-shirt.
Correct.
your
It was a
job that
beach
day.
wedding. I'm a photographer. I try to,
But
be a
you're
little
a
fun.
professional. You're not the theme.
It's true. That may have been a misjudgment on my part, but
Now, here's another misjudgment. It says after your services were rendered, you started taking shots with the people at the party.
I showed up to the wedding at about 6 a.m. I got the first photos of the day. I was shooting till about midnight, in which his wife, or his ex-wife, kind of convinced me to start partying
Convinced
and
you? What, she's a
dancing.
Jedi mind trick? What do you mean she convinced you?
She's the client, sir. If the client encourages me to have a good time and join the party and gives me some drinks, who am I to for the person
If
that
the
is paying
client
me
encouraged you to do drugs, would you do
$3,500?
that?
It depends on how much they're paying me, sir.
Sir, no one can encourage you when you're a professional doing your job to do anything but your job.
My job
you
is
make
to
the
make
decisions.
the client happy. If the client is telling me to join the party and they are the one giving me the check, I will do exactly what they say.
Sir, your job is to take photographs.
It is, and I took amazing photographs.
Okay, not to do the conga line and take shots.
Again, sir, if that's what the client wants me to do, it's the client's day. It's their wedding of all days.
Sir,
Exactly what they
you
say.
showed up in a Hawaiian shirt. You were drinking after. None of this is professional. Do you understand that?
I understand where you're coming from. I disagree that is anything out of line, considering that that's exactly what the wedding party had me do and convinced
Was it in
me
the
to
contract for you to drink and dance in the party?
do. All that's in the contract is for me to take photos, in which I did, and
Correct.
deliver within 3 weeks, which I tried to do, before he came in after the weekend demanding my photos after 4 days.
Correct. That's all it said to do, was take photos and deliver them on time, which seemingly didn't happen. Mr. Mason.
Yes.
Why didn't you get the photos on time?
I don't know. The excuses were vague and varied. Generally, something along the lines of he would describe some kind of problem with editing. It was always a problem with editing. And I did a little bit of a research on what it takes to touch up photos, and that didn't hold water. That's why I kept going back.
How often did you communicate with the defendant after the wedding?
I communicated him once initially after he told my wife that the photos weren't ready. And then
At what point in time was that after the wedding? How long?
That was about a week and 2 or 3 days because we had just gotten back.
Okay.
And then over the course of the next 2 weeks, I went in there, I believe, 4 times.
Now,
He came in those 4 times within 1 week.
Mr.
from the
Allen,
wedding
you
day.
just told me the photos done within a week. He says
Yeah.
a week and 2 days they weren't
he's
ready.
a liar, sir.
Well, why weren't they ready?
They were supposed to go to Belize, but as you could tell, their wedding
I'm
was
not
somewhat
asking you where he
rocky.
was going. I'm saying what happened with the photos.
The photos were ready within a week's time. He came to my office 4 times within that first week, demanding the photos to be done, throwing things around my office. I even filed a restraining order because of how much he was threatening.
He came to
Not
your
true.
office 4 times within the first week?
Absolutely. My photos were done within a week from the wedding day, in which I sent the first text to his wife and then him trying to get in contact with him and meeting up.
Mr.
trying to figure
Mason,
out
you
a date.
came 4 times in the first week?
Not in the first week, and it's not like I went one day. No.
He
That's
came
completely
Monday
Did you
and
come
true. He
4
came
times
Monday
in the
after
first
the
week?
wedding.
Sir, I'm asking him a question.
No. I could have easily come 2 times and then 2 times in the next week. That makes sense to me, but I'm a reasonable person.
Is that reasonable? Does that make sense to come to his place 4 times in 2 weeks before the deadline, which is 3 weeks away? And what's this with a chair? You're throwing chairs
I
in
didn't
his
throw
office?
chairs at all. That's
A
the
chair
other.
hit the ground,
I
sir.
resent your relationship with the truth.
Sir,
Yeah.
did you throw a chair in his office?
No.
What did you do?
I grabbed the back of a chair like this, and I said, Are you going to continue jerking me around? I'm sorry if that's a little bit crass, but that's
You
what I
grabbed the
said.
back of the chair.
Yes.
And asked him if he'd stop jerking you around.
Yes, because he was not being honest with me, and I had very little trust to begin
Honest,
with.
he had 3 weeks per the contract. Why were you so incredibly overbearing on the time frame?
Because they were going to be ready, and all of a sudden they weren't. He wouldn't tell me why they weren't
Sir,
going to
the
be ready.
contract stipulated 3 weeks. Why are you going there 4 times in the first 2 weeks?
This is the first time hearing of the 3-week period, Your Honor.
You didn't read the contract?
I have a contract right here, sir, if you'd like to look at it.
I would.
From what I was
actually.
aware, we
Gentlemen, Deputy Brown, if you please collect the evidence from the defendant.
Yes, Your Honor.
4 times in 2 weeks, Mr. Mason.
Here you go, Your Honor.
And from the plaintiff. Thank you.
Thank you,
Came to
sir.
my office that first day, threatening me, tossing chairs.
Wait a minute,
Just
sir.
stop.
Both of you, stop. Here, Your Honor.
It does say 3 weeks. Did you not read this, sir?
My wife handled all the arrangements.
There seems to be a communication problem.
Does
in
she
that
handle
relationship.
Does she handle all the reading for you in your life?
No, Your Honor.
So then, why did you not communicate with your wife about the time frame if you didn't read the contract?
I made a mistake, Your Honor.
Yeah, you made it sounds like 4 mistakes. Now, again, when you came the first time, then the second time, then the third time, then the fourth time, why are you throwing chairs around?
I cannot say enough that I did not throw a chair around.
Well,
I
let me
showed
tell you something.
exactly
There's a restraining order against you, sir.
because he's a petulant little college kid who's too busy playing pretend
I'm
like
a
he's Tommy.
professional, sir. I've had my business for 4 years.
You're
All
not
reviews
very
can I-
professional.
Gentlemen,
You
let
drink
me
on
tell
your
you
I
job.
would like to.
Order. The police do not just give out restraining orders like lollipops. If they gave a restraining order to this gentleman, there was a reason behind it. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Restraining orders are not taken lightly. So you must have done something to garner a restraining order against this gentleman.
I told you all I did, Your Honor. His whole thing was just to curl up in a ball, to call the police, and to tell them something that was untrue of a conflict.
He curled up in a ball?
Now he's just making fun of me. I
Okay.
don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't speak as
Please,
literally
please,
as the
Mr.
defendant,
Mason,
it seems.
let's get to the final point here.
Yeah.
You're saying this gentleman is the reason why your wife divorced you. How in the world is that possible?
Please.
I would. The flirting would be a big part of it.
Sir, flirting does not equal divorce.
You actually have some text.
Sir, 1 second, please. Sir, Mr. Mason, had you ever had any issues with your wife before this incident?
Yes, Your Honor.
What were those issues?
Little things.
Such as?
Not texting when I was running late. Forgetting to pick something up.
And this would cause her to do what?
Generally, we'd have a very short-lived argument about the matter.
Okay, so a couple of short-lived arguments, then some flirting. Alakazam, you're divorced? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, a big thing was she was incredibly upset by not being able to get the photos, and one of the allegations she threw towards me in the divorce was because of the way I handled the wedding. She wasn't sure she'd be able to trust me with how I'd handle the rest of her arrangement.
What was the trust issue with the wedding?
Because she, basically, if you can't get photos, what can you do?
I'm sure anything else. Now, sir.
I wish she was of your mind, said.
So I'm not understanding something. She divorced you because you couldn't get the wedding photos on time,
That
and
was
which
one of
the
the
time
reasons
hadn't
she
even
mentioned.
elapsed yet.
That's one of the reasons she mentioned, Your Honor.
Sir, let me tell you something.
Yeah?
I have a strong disbelief to the fact that that is the reason why your wife divorced you. Divorces, though they do happen quite frequently in the state, I doubt the reasoning is because of late wedding photos. What would have happened if you were late to pick her up one day, or if you left the toilet seat up? She would have divorced you a lot earlier. Sir, let me tell you something. Mr. Allen, I just want to make one thing clear. If you claim to be professional, you should be a professional.
I was a professional throughout the whole
Sir,
time. Me wearing a Hawaiian
sir,
shirt does not deter anything
Sir,
about my
in my opinion it does, and my opinion is what matters in
Are
this
you
courtroom.
in the photography industry?
Sir, my opinion is what matters in this courtroom, not yours. But Mr. Mason, let me tell you something. You went irate, you have a restraining order, and he wasn't late with the photos. And your wife left you not because of his flirting texts. I think it could be for a lot of other reasons. Because of this, my judgment is for the defendant, and this case is dismissed.
Judge Junior has ruled in favor of the defendant. Case dismissed. The judge advises Mr. Mason to choose his photographers wise and choose your spouse wiser.
Mr. Allen lied about the photos, he lied about his conduct during my wedding, he lied about flirting, he lied about drinking, and yet no justice was served. Instead, I just got insulted the entire time. It's ridiculous.
Mr. Mason just needs to calm down. Obviously, I had nothing to do at the end of his marriage. I take amazing photos, and everybody should contact me for some photos in the future. That's allenwith2ls.com.
Coming up on Judge Junior.
He said, turn your freaking music down before I hit your. It's a bad word. I don't want to say it.
Can you say it in a way that isn't a bad word?
Before I hit your behind.
Hit your behind.
This has been a Funny Media Group production.